Hello everyone, welcome to Neurodiverse and Wrestling Access. I'm your host, John Wyatt, and boy, was words collide in Las Vegas a moment. We had lucha, we had hard-hitting matches, we had comedic spots, we had an epic title win, and storylines were progressing, and I cannot wait, and we got some big surprises, so let's get right into it. So we start the show off with Penta. Yes, Penta, and he talks about his history in AAA and how he went to WWE. And he talks about how he did this one thing in AAA, win the AAA World Heavyweight Mega Championship. And he says he wants next, either with Vikingo or Dominik. Whoever's winning, he wants next. And I cannot wait. I love how he just announced it like that. And I cannot wait to see how that all plays out. And I will talk about it when I review the last match, but I can see how the storyline plays out. And then we got the Lucha Showcase. And boy, was it crazy. So we had Octagon Jr., La Parka, Laredo Kid, and Mascarita Sagrada versus Cruz del Toro, Joaquin Phoenix, Lince Dorado, and Mini Abismo Negro. And boy, was it pure lucha chaos. We started with Lince and Octagon Jr. going at it back and forth, springboard reversals, crisp lucha sequences. And then Laredo and Cruz did some fast hands, chops, big stamps, and Cruz did some moves that made him look like a breakout star. And then we get a funny moment of La Parka getting tagged in. And then La Parka and Joaquin Phoenix has a dance-off. And then it was time for the minis. And boy, the minis did not steal the show. So Mascarita Sagrada versus Mini Abismo, they straight up stole the whole spotlight. The speeds, the dive, the roll-ups, pure lucha magic. At one point, Mascarita picks up Joaquin Wild and slams him. It was just pure chaos. And then at the end, everyone is just hitting dives all over. Mascarita is taking out everyone. It was just pure chaos. But at the end, Mascarita gets a roll-up on Mini Abismo for the win. I loved it. It was crazy. And almost everyone in that match was my favorite luchador of the night. And then we get the number one contender match for the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship. Natalya versus Faby Apache. And let me tell you, it was a killer match. Right away, they locked out. They were slapping. Natty was aggressive as hell. Apache turned the tide doing some sick lucha submission holds. Like, the way that she, converted Natalya's body almost. And they both, went back and forth. Apache knew some wrestling lucha moves, but Natalya used her submission offense to keep her down. And near the end, both women are trying to hit sharpshooters and leg locks, but Natalya sneaks the win with a sneaky roll-up. I love it. So we're going to get Natalya and Flamer down the line. But after the match, Apache and Natalya still argue and fight, so we still build up that storyline. This storyline is good. I love the intensity. I love this version of Natalya. Faby Apache is one of my favorite female luchadors. I watched her when she did a couple matches. And, she's good. So, having the two legends of both companies kind of, go at it really shows that if you put these women against each other, they're going to have an amazing storyline. So then we get a backstage segment. Xavier Woods says he's injured and he wants to ban the Mexican Destroyer because Penta broke his neck. He's signing a petition. It was hilarious. But then we found out Grayson Waller will be taking his place. So this is kind of Grayson Waller's proving ground to be a part of New Day. And then we had the match. So we had the World AAA Championship match with Psycho Clown Pagano and New Day, and it was dope as hell. Waller tried to play mind games, but Clown was just crazier. I love the spot when he flew. He knocked out Waller. He came, and Xavier thought Waller was behind him. It was Clown, hilarious. Pagano came in, and he was crazy, getting it. Kofi and Waller had some really good offensive, but near the end, it was just tag team chaos. Nasty tag team moves. Psycho Clown and Vikingo, craziness. And then Xavier tries to get involved. Psycho Clown pulls his max off, scaring the hell out of Xavier for them to win. And then after, the light starts to flicker, and then boom, the Wyatt Six show up. Yes, Nikki Cross, Uncle Howdy, Dexter Lewis, Joe Gacy, and Eric Rowan demolish Clown and Bango, putting them through tables, chairs, literally demolishing them, and holding the AAA World Tag Team Championships. I cannot wait. The Wyatt Six is in AAA, and they're going to cause chaos. I loved it. The crowd was screaming. I didn't expect the Wyatt Six to show up, but like now I know what Wyatt Six mean, like what I talked earlier in my SmackDown review. They are here to take over. So if they're gonna go after AAA, you never know. Maybe they go after NXT and Raw. We never know what the Wyatt Six is gonna show up, but they're pretty much destroying locker rooms, and I cannot wait to see that chaos erupt with the Wyatt Six. And then we got the funniest match of the night. So we had the mixed tag team match, Finn Balor and Roxanne Perez versus Mr. Iguana and Lola Vice. And it was straight up entertaining. Iguana was pulling off some goofy stuff right away with Finn. They was trying to do lockups and stuff. Iguana played dead at one point, hilarious. And then out of nowhere, Demonito pops out, scaring the hell out of Finn, Roxanne, and Raquel. And Finn is like, no, Demonito, not yet. And he goes back under the ring. It was like some kind of like goofy, like Mickey Mouse, Blue's Clues. Like, it was like funny as hell. Then later, we had a real fight with Lola and Roxanne Perez throwing both aggression, but Lola Vice, where her kicks was deadly as hell, almost kicking Roxanne's face into next week. And she almost beat the hell out of Finn at one point. And we knew Lola Vice was doing her kicks, and Finn got scared as hell. So Roxanne Perez came in, and they brawled. And Roxanne Perez was doing some really good offense, but the way that Lola Vice did this combo kick to roll up straight into her armbar, using her MMA skills like a boss, Lola Vice is one of my favorite women on the roster. Give her a championship. She deserves the NXT championship. Lola Vice was so good in this match. She brought the wrestling and the aggression. But then out of nowhere, gonna get a lucha puppet fight. And we did. Because later on, Iesca, the iguana, and Demonito, the demon, had a fight. And it was hilarious. Iguana did a top rope move on Finn and the Demonito, taking out Demonito. And Finn was like, oh no, Demonito. And then on the outside, Lola Vice screams at Iguana to throw Iesca, and he throws Iesca, and the Iguana takes out the demon puppet. Like, who? Only Lucha, you can get that type of storyline of just pure chaos. And it's just chaotic because Iguana takes out Finn, and then back in the ring, Lola Vice is fighting off Roxanne. Raquel kind of gets involved. Lola kicks Raquel, and then hits a spinning back fist on Roxanne for the win. This match was funny, entertaining, and I just love like the dynamic. Like, it was kooky, funny, and I just love it. And I'm gonna say this now, like, WWE is building mixed tag teams. We should get a mixed tag team title. We have it in AAA. I would love to see WWE kind of do a mixed tag team title. I think that'd be really cool. And then we get the Fatal 4-Way match. That was really good. For the AAA Latin American Championships, we had El Nino de Dr. Wagner Jr., he was really good. Dragon Lee, my favorite. JD Madonna really improved in this match, and I feel like I need to start watching JD more. Like, I'm a fan of JD, but I'm not as big. But in this match, he kind of showed me, okay, I need to look out for him. And the one and only Ethan Page. Guys, you know I'm an Ethan Page stan. So this one was a banger. Right away, everyone just went at it, attacking. Wagner looked dominant, taking on most competitors by himself. Dragon Lee came in hot with those drop kicks and high spots. JD hits a tornado splash that looked deadly, and an outside dive. Like, some of the moves were incredible. Back and forth, but at the end, everyone was going at it like crazy. Multiple men, multi-man attacks trying to pick up the win. But Dr. Wagner Jr. retained the Latin American title. Great stuff. And I cannot wait to see where this goes. I would love to see Dr. Wagner Jr. maybe fight Ethan Page one-on-one, because after Ethan Page kind of gives Dr. Wagner Jr. a dirty look, so we have to see where that goes. And then, oh boy, we got the main event. We got the Mega AAA Championship with El Nino de Vecon versus Dominik Mysterio. And history was made, y'all. Those two went at it. Vikingo was wired with reversal submission. He did like this reverse scorpion, like, wow, Venus flytrap move submission. I don't even know what to call it, but he almost like ripped Dominik in half. Dominik started beating the hell out of him with lucha, like Paracaranas and dives on the outside. Crazy chops on the outside. Back in the ring, stuff got wired. They both started hitting heavy, high-flying moves and punches, really stiff. But then craziness happens because Finn and JD said they wasn't going to interfere. They show up, and Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio comes out of nowhere, beating them the hell up with steel chairs, running them off. But we all know that Dominik has a new best friend in El Grande Americano. So Grande Americano shows up. He tried to get involved, and Vikingo almost rips off Americano's max. We almost see Sue under the max of Americano. We all know is Ludwig Kaiser, but the way they was building it up was hilarious. But at the end, Dominik gets the piece of metal that a Grande Americano was using lately in his matches to shove under his max, hits Vikingo, and then hits a Spanish fly for the win. After he celebrates, Rey Mysterio has to put the title on Dominik. We kind of see Rey give him a look like he's proud, but at the same time disappointed. And Judgment Day comes out to celebrate, and it was so good. And that means that most likely we're going to get Penta versus Dominik Mysterio for the AAA Championship down the line. But we can't forget El Niño de Vacon, because he's going to want a rematch clause. So maybe a triple threat. So pretty much, this is going to be so good. I cannot wait. The Wyatt Six is in AAA now. Lola Vice is dominating the women's division in AAA. The AAA showcase was so crazy. Like, I need to talk about some of my favorite wrestlers of the night, y'all. So my favorite wrestlers slash luchadors of the night was Cruz del Toro and Joaquin Phoenix. LWO has been showcasing, and they deserve a bigger push. Laredo Kid, Mini Abismo Negro, and Mascarita Sagrada. The minis killed it. I just loved it. Of course, Faby Apache and Mr. Iguana. Like, these people are people to look out for. Like, these are the luchadors that really stole the show for me. It was one fun event, and I cannot wait to see what happens. Because we don't know what is the next event, but it's more likely in October or December, we're going to have some type of AAA and WWE event, so I cannot wait. So that's pretty much my review. I just love AAA. Like, I love the lucha. I love the storylines. I'm not the best at pronouncing names. I'm going to get better at it. But just seeing the new luchadors, like, I see some of them, but then seeing the history, they break down the history so good when they explain it. It doesn't feel like they're doing it for like a quick thing. Like, they're actually breaking down characters. Like, they're like, we got like, when you hear the commentators talk, they really break down the characters and make you fall in love with them. I love this new crossover deal, and I cannot wait to see where it goes. So hopefully you guys liked the video, and I'll see you guys next time.